Y'all, what is going on in here? I'm making tea and all I can hear is my notifications going off. Oh, you guys are funny. Good morning. Scatter! Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hello, Restful Atlantic and Phil Taylor on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. You're not doing anything. I hear that. Oh my goodness. Good morning. I have a hype channel. We've been live for like 4 minutes. 6 minutes, I guess, technically. So thank you to Neuropunk for subscribing for 3 months at tier 1. Thank you. And Moose, 6 months. Thank you, friend. That means a lot. And Gavin, Electric Boogaloo. And Moose is gifting, and Elemental subscribed for 6 months. You guys are amazing. Thank you, friends. What an excellent way to start the Monday morning. I appreciate you a great deal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Morning, Kane. Good morning, good morning. You're behaving somewhat. Yeah, I see that. Oh, you guys are funny. I love you all. How was your weekend? Anybody get up to anything exciting this weekend? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Fian Fardoon. I appreciate you very much. And some more! Level 2! Thank you, friends. Hype triangle, brr. Yeah, it's actually warm and snowy here, so we're getting the lovely, like, super mushy, dirty, gross snow. Thank you, Pan Fardoon. I really appreciate that. Your knee still hurt from the tournament on Saturday? Yeah, it's fair. How did your tournament go, Gavin? Da, 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 da. Bum, bum, ba, ba, ba. Oops. I just opened something really big and I can't close it. Hold on. Oh no. How? There we go. Okay. Anybody else have an exciting weekend? Sorry, I'm trying to get my silly OBS to work. Lost all your games. I had a ton of fun playing and smashing Gingerbread. Raised $11,500. That's amazing. I love that. That's so awesome. All right. Did my Discord go through? It did. Trying to think about what alternative sports would make one's knees hurt. Competitive laminate floor laying. Good morning, Tyrion. How are you, friend? Let's say our good mornings now that I've got my computer to function. Good morning, Pian Fardoon, and Wanderin Forest, and Moose, and Gavin, Lucky Owl, and Nick, Elemental, Plane Power, and Tyrion, and Zuo. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, Alberta's doing its thing, as per the usual. I don't have a super Zoo is fine, Zoo O is fine. Awesome. Took a break from politics and playing a terrifying amount of Infinity Nikki. Is it good? That's one of those games that's been on the radar for a while, but I don't know anybody that plays it. But yes, I don't have a specific plan for today. The sort of general plan is I do have a couple stories that I'd like to cover, and then maybe we just hang out for a couple hours. That would be amazing. Thank you, Annie. Morning, Sean. How are you, friend? Ba-dum-bum. A lot of opportunity to spend money. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I played a lot of Palia, because there is a lot that you can do in that game without spending money, and even if you do spend money, it's mostly like outfits and stuff. Good morning, Morgan. Good morning, good morning. It is so cold. Well, I can't say it's that cold here. We are in the positive degrees. Thanks, friend. December 6th is the big event of the year. Okay. I appreciate you, friend. Choo choo. Yeah, we got +6 here, but I think we're gonna get the cold snap over the next couple of days. For sure. Mm-hmm. Um. -18. Brr. Lots of drizzles. Yeah, it's that time of year where it starts getting grayer and grayer, hey? Hi, Olafin. So cozy, yeah. I'm just trying to finish my breakfast and not chew in y'all's ear, so that's why I'm not talking as much. -31 wind chill and getting worse all week. Ooh. Relatively warm, -8. Yeah, southern Alberta here is okay. It's +6 still. Or choo choo. um. Oh, I gotta remember to switch over so it doesn't play. There we go. That's what I wanted. I feel like I shouldn't share the temp where I live. Well. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, let's see. Hi, Chief Diaz. How are you, friend? Feels like -22. Oh, I'm not ready for winter. Old, tired, and sore. I'm sorry, friend. None of those things are fun. Yeah, that's fair, Morgan. Hey, Dr. Badstrings. It was a bit rough to get out of bed this morning, too, to get kiddo to school, but... yeah. Old age DLC is unlocked. Oh wow, Chief Diaz, that is cold. Alright. Below -30. Oh, that's so cold. Moose. Thank you, friend. You guys see the name on their Weenus of Lore? That's amazing. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. We're at level 5. You guys are nuts. I love you very much. Thank you. Jaban, hooray! Yeah. You got some good friends in there. A Shadowcat, and Annika, and Josh. I had... we can make her cry again. That's mean. I had a whole bunch of people follow from Maple Takes last week, and Moose. Shadow is an awesome guy. We've got some really great creators on this platform. One of them, and I'm going to shout out right now, is Maple Takes. He streams in the evenings, typically, and he usually has, it's actually quite a range. He usually has between 5, I saw that. Last night he had over 1,000 viewers, and you know, I pop in there in the evenings when I can. But look at this. Like, he's giving me shoutouts when he sees me in chat in front of all of these people. Like, he's good people. And yes, part of that is Fabuli, one of the mods of all time. He's had amazing growth, and he's funny, and yeah, if you're not following Maple, you definitely should. He's good people. That being said, because of that and a couple of other things, we're almost at 400 followers. Last week, when I talked to you guys about it, I was like, we hit 300! So, that is wild. So shout out to him. And also Peacefire Now is another one. Yeah. It's nice to be in a community. You know, Steve did talk fairly often about how lonely this job is, and I knew when I took over that I wanted to be as collective as possible to try and avoid that. How am I, Chief Diaz? Thank you for asking. I'm okay. Last week was rough. I'll be completely honest. And I get really bad seasonal depression, but it usually doesn't hit until January, and for some reason this year it's hitting early. But I had a great weekend with my little family, and yeah, it was just a good weekend. We went to my in-laws on Sunday, and we just hung out and we're cozy, and we watched 2 of the Charlie Brown, hey Fierce Tuskers, 2 of the Charlie Brown Christmas movies on Saturday. Kiddo loves Charlie Brown. Like, loves. So, and the Christmas one's her favorite. So we watched that on Saturday, which was fun. And then we all sat and colored together, which was awesome. And I am making, I can maybe show you guys, I'm making crochet, what are they called? Stockings for my nephews. And I think I might actually, thank you. I might actually be able to make them that actually kind of look like stockings. What's your favorite Christmas special, Chief Diaz? What is your favorite? All right, I'll show y'all. No laughing. This is the first one I made. Muppets Family. Oh, that's a classic. This is the first one I made. I tried to get way too complicated of a pattern, and it's something. Oh, Fierce Tuskers, that's amazing. And then I made this one a couple days ago, but I had to like sew some of this shut to make the shape right. And this one I made last night, and this one I used. Thank you for the hype train, everybody. I appreciate you so very much. Choo-choo. Yeah, and this one I finished last night, so I finally now get to use the pretty yarn. Because I was using up some of my old yarn, and then I got these last night, so I'm gonna start making them for my nephews. Thank you, friends. Quite proud of myself. I am not a crafty person, and I quite often get super impatient, but I'm quite proud of those. Yeah. It's practically magic to me. Yeah, it's one of those things where I have to remember to like I'll put it this way, Morgan was bugging me because I crochet angrily, so my stitches are super tight and that makes it really difficult to keep crocheting. But if you saw in that last picture, my last the last one that I made is a little bit bigger. Which means that I wasn't stitching. Like, look at how tight these stitches are here. Ooh. And these ones are a little bit more, like you can see the shapes better. Yeah. But yeah, so I was trying to relax. I was just chatting with friends last night while I did it. And that's why it looks like it's the right shape. Used to teach it. There you go, Morgan. Crochet in anger and have it super tight. Yep. That's the other thing I did Neuropunk, is I did size up half a size. Yeah, Moose, I have a little bit of that. Angry crocheting seems like a great emote for when we watch Depressed. Ooh, I like that. Morgan, do you have a template of some sort for angry crocheting? That would be a very funny emote. Penny and the Christmas and the Penny and the Brain? Tiny in the Brain? Dishcloths are good, yeah. You always end up with tight stitches when knitting. I prefer crochet. I tried to get into knitting several times. Pinky and the Brain. I was going to say, you prefer crochet. Yeah. I've tried knitting a couple times and I got super frustrated. So that's how I'm doing. Beef, thank you for asking. I'm doing good. I am purposely going to take it. Hey, welcome, Vix Todd, to the chat. Happy to see you. Welcome, welcome. You're picturing glasses with angry eyebrows and hooks. Rapidly moving. I love it. Hiya, welcome. Knitting needs the right entry. Yeah, that's fair. Had to be done. Absolutely. I love that that's the welcome into new people. I think that's perfect. Especially for people that don't know what the house hippos are. I put in a server request format on the Discord. Ooh, fancy. That reminds me. I was going to mention this quickly before we move on to a little bit of politics type news. Oops. On you had thank you. I'm not sure if you're Canadian or not, Vix, but in Canada, we have these things called house hippos. And our Discord is called the House Hippo Commons because we talk about politics here. So one of my wonderful, wonderful friends designed this avatar with a little hippo on it, and I love him. I was crafted a gifting bag with knitting because murder is illegal. Quick mention of this before I forget. In our Discord, under the animals, house hippo. Ooh, did we get to introduce somebody to the house hippos this morning? Exciting. If I've discovered this past week that YouTube is not super happy that I'm using those cat videos in the breaks. So if you have some super adorable videos or photos of your cats and dogs and pets and don't mind me using them during the BRB, I would love to put one together that's from our community. Yeah, a house hippo. All right, we haven't done this in a while. Let's watch the house hippo commercial and then we'll do politics. This was, Zoo, an actual ad that came out in the 90s. And yeah, I'll just play it for you. It's super cute. Yeah, the Heritage Minutes. I was like, there's a name for them specifically. Yes, the Heritage Minutes. Here we go. This is your introduction to the house hippos.
It's nighttime in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States. House hippos are very timid creatures and are rarely seen, but they will defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for food, water, and materials for their nests. The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast.
I love that so much. The crumbs from peanut butter on toast with the little footprints.
They build their nests in bedroom closets, using lost mittens, dryer lint, and bits of string. The nests have to be very soft and warm. House hippos sleep about 16 hours a day.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? That's why it's good to think about what you're watching on TV and ask questions, kind of like you just did. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
So essentially an ad on be careful, not everything that you see on TV is real. But yeah, it sort of became a bit of a symbol of Canadian television, the house hippo. Yeah, they did try. They did try. Hello, YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Oh, this is muted.
Idea. 25 years ago, a little friend of ours got a lot of attention from Canadians. The idea of a tiny hippo living in our homes got us talking about how easy it is to be fooled by what we see. But today, even the beloved house hippo can be manipulated and changed through deepfakes made with AI. The thing is, it's harder than ever to tell what's real just by looking at it. But you can find out what's true. Before you
This is the updated House Hippo trailer commercial.
share information you see online, check it. Take a minute to see if other reliable sources are sharing the same facts. Go to breakthefake.ca to find out how.
I love that they're using it sort of, hey Aglex, sort of in the same vein as the original one. And using it to be like, hey, watch out what... They did update it for the modern era. Yep. So, that is our... Oh, sorry. That is our house hippo. It's now called Bungalow Bob. Applies to AI. Yep, it does. Which I think is super awesome. Okay, now that we've had some cuteness, we're going to talk sort of quickly about the BS that's happening in Alberta. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this. But yeah, let's switch over. Yeah, they do still look good. Yeah, especially considering house hippos are real. All right. On the weekend, there was a judge that ruled that the referendum proposal on Alberta independence would be unconstitutional. Want a house hippo tattoo? Aw, maybe I should get one. An Alberta judge says a referendum proposal separating Alberta from Canada goes against charter and treaty rights. In a decision giving less than 24 hours after the provincial government introduced legislation. The province's Bill 14, which I have here. Which I need TLDR. There we go. Justice Minister Mickey Amery introduced Bill 14 on Thursday. The Justice Statutes Amendment Act includes a wide-ranging set of changes to legislation that the province says will protect elections' integrity. In other words, they're starting to get pissy about all the recalls. Amendments in the bill outline the transfer of authority over citizen initiative petitions from the Chief Electoral Officer to the Minister of Justice. Yeah, exactly. So they want to transfer the power to the Justice Minister rather than the people and the electoral officers. Isn't there already a referendum in Alberta? Yeah, so they had the Forever Canada petition that went out, and that is part of this too. The changes would allow, under the new legislation, Minister Amery would obtain the authority to determine whether an application meets the criteria set out in the legislation. So, on Friday, the judge issued his decision, and the new legislation amends the Citizens Initiative Act to remove the requirement that proposals do not contravene the Constitution Act. Yeah. Includes the authority to impose bylaws, a previously arm-length nonprofit body instead of the Alberta Law Foundation. Like, it's a whole lot of sneaky ways to get around laws. So let's take a look here. There we go.
Afraid of competition, they're afraid of opposition, and they are afraid of Albertans. So we've only just had an opportunity to get a look at Bill 14, which was just introduced by the UCP government and the Minister of Justice. I think what we're seeing in Bill 14 is that this government has abandoned any effort to look like they care about the rule of law. There are so many pieces in here that are problematic and should be of deep concern to all Albertans, but I just want to talk for a moment about what I think is one of the craziest parts of this bill. The Minister of Justice, through this bill, is trying to pass a law that would protect himself as the top lawyer in this province from any professional standards or regulation by the Law Society of Alberta. He's giving himself immunity. We've seen these kinds of actions from Donald Trump down south when it comes to referendums and citizen initiatives, when it comes to party names, when it comes to complaints before the Law Society. If this government feels threatened, they don't like the way Albertans are using the laws, they will change the laws to suit themselves. As the official opposition, we will object fiercely to this piece of legislation. We believe in the rule of law as the Alberta New Democrats, and we will continue to stand up for that.
Yeah. So that's what they tried to do over the weekend. And Danielle Smith was not happy about it. She said that anyone seeking an independence referendum should not have gatekeepers, like the court standing in their way. You know, like the people upholding the law. Smith was asked about the independence question Saturday on her radio call-in show, weighing in for the first time after her government proposed legislation that would grind to a halt an ongoing court case over a proposed provincial vote to leave Canada. She said giving Justice Minister Amory the power to be permissive upholds democracy somehow. Whether it's the chief electoral officer or the court, they seem to want to approve the ones they like and uphold the ones they don't, and that's not democracy, which, you know, is exactly what they're doing. New bill would make judges' ruling moot. And, yeah. Yeah, she does, and she does it every week. I believe. Yep. See? Every week she does it. And then people call in and ask her questions. And when she said once someone mentioned to her that they get a lot of nasty messages, and she's like, oh, well, you should listen to my podcast. I get yelled at all the time. Yeah, Chief Diaz, we have a bit of a different thought on calling her Marlena, and that is that we don't use dead names for people, regardless of who they are. So if she has chosen that her name is going to be Danielle, then that's what we're going to call her. Because we're not going to stoop down to her level. All the railing against unelected judges has always sounded so Trumpian. Yeah, it really is. Appreciate it, Chief. But yeah, she does this show every week.
Why are we paying for tax tools? Our level, and that is what they do.
15 to 20 cents more.
What are you paying right now? No gouging on the part.
So I recently posted a YouTube video about how it's like a crucial C-train project. And because of that, it has the chance to be extremely successful and kind of needs to be, especially in order to redirect traffic from Deerfoot, which was one of the big...
Activity-based funding. You heard it. I mean, we said that right...
On the Ched line now, he's got a...
This is any kind of election. That's what we're talking...
Trump. I would remind the Premier that all surveys, including the one that was conducted by her government, which she...
Again, most of the judges are appointed by Ottawa, right? Bump it up against the right of them. We were very...
All right, I'm just trying to find her.
Or the economy at hostage. And I do not believe that they've been bargaining in good faith when they don't pay their union members union pay, and yet they have enough money then to take the government to court. I was a public sector union worker, and if that would have happened to me, I'd have been livid.
Telling our other bargaining units that this doesn't exist. However, if we had ordered them back to work at the provincial table, then there were 61 additional strikes that could have broken out at on the local tables, and that was the unfortunate situation we were in. We always prefer to have a negotiated settlement. I think you can see that with all of our other unions. I think we're up to 78% of our 150 contracts that have been bargained in good faith and settled at the table. This one was more complicated, and it wasn't the optimal way for any of us to resolve it, but as it turned out, it really was the only way. After 3.5 weeks, getting further and further apart to get the kids back in class, because kids have a right to an education. That when you get the right to strike, bump it up against the right of kids' education, we got to do what's right for the kids.
Brad has texted in on the Ched line. Now, he's got a very long question here. I'm going to try to boil it down to the significant question, and it does relate to the repeated use of what he says, the Constitution's nuclear option to circumvent the courts and override the will of Albertans without legislative debate. He is talking about, of course, the Charter Challenge.
Well, those are two different things. The will of Albertans is not expressed by a single judge appointed by Justin Trudeau and never faces any kind of recall campaign, never faces any kind of election. That's what we're talking about, is that in a lot of these cases, the people have told us through our consultation, through our elections, the kind of things they want us to do. And then we go and do them. And then the court can override it. And the court, again, most of the judges are appointed by Ottawa, not by us. And why should? I mean, I think it is not synonymous to have an unelected judge. An unelected judge is not synonymous with democracy. Democracy is when elected individuals who have to face the electorate every 4 years make decisions. That's what democracy is. So I think that things are getting a little bit muddled. They're getting. We believe that in the actions that we have taken, particularly when it comes to protecting kids' right to be able to have kids of their own one day, so that they do not make premature decisions to affect their fertility. We believe that girls and women.
Again with the fertility thing.
Have a right to participate in sport without having to compete against born male athletes. And we believe that parents should have a right to know what's going on with their kids at school. Those are very strong, strongly supported policies, well above 70% of Albertans. So we believe we're the ones being democratic. The court stepped in and wanted to put an injunction on one of those bills. We suspected the other two were coming. And that's part of the reason we use the notwithstanding clause there, is to protect the democratic will of the people.
So they suspected that the courts were going to shut them down, and that's why they used the notwithstanding clause. You know, super democratic process for them to do that without having to consult the other parties. Yeah, exactly. We're going to flip to a bit of a happier thing. Expletives deleted. Yeah. Not cool. Yeah, exactly, Moose. Her excuse for blocking gender-based care is that it's going to ruin people's fertility. Not anything else. That is the only thing that she has really come out and said that. Yeah, she's acting like her approval rating isn't in the tank.
Human rights.
Hell yes. Yeah, exactly. She's claiming that Uglalix, that is actually something that they believe. They believe that
Trans rights are human rights.
Hell yes. They believe that the notwithstanding clause, because it is being used by quote unquote elected officials.
Trans rights are human rights.
Hell yes. That it automatically means that that's the most democratic option because it was elected officials using it. Nick, that's a very good question. And it's part of the reason
Trans rights are human rights.
Hell yes. And it's part of the reason that when they come out and say things like 70% of Albertans, I don't believe them. Because they never show where they're getting that information from. Which, you know, doesn't prove a whole lot. We're going to watch something a little more positive. Yeah. The ANDP ever get elected, I guarantee they'll tune on what elected officials can get away with. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, they're going back to their grassroots. That's always the key word, right? Alright, let's switch over to this for a minute. I just need... not... Oh no, you had a migraine, Faya? I'm sorry. I'm glad that you're feeling well enough to be here. Use tax dollars to this study. Shouldn't people be able to request it? Yeah. Glad that you're feeling well enough to be here. Yeah, me too, Uglalix, if she actually lets that go through. Let's chat about this for a minute. A bunch of the indigenous artifacts that the Vatican took were returned to Canada this weekend, which is excellent news.
in the Snow, a celebration for the return of cultural artifacts flown in from Rome that were taken over 100 years ago. There were also tears at Trudeau Airport because these items are a sacred extension of the communities who created them. Among them, a rare century-old kayak from the Western Arctic.
We believe that there are 14 that have Inuit provenance. The kayak is the one that we know the most about. We are looking forward to being able to unbox the items in the coming days and to have Inuit leadership and Inuit experts understand exactly where these items come from in each of our communities, and to share that knowledge not only with Canadian Inuit but also with Canada as a whole.
Many of the 62 artifacts have yet to be fully identified and hopefully represent the first wave of more to come, says Victoria Pruden.
They were part of a display from 1925. And while the Vatican only identified one Michif Métis Abdousan item, we know that there's a journey, a respectful journey, of more examination, more partnership, more involvement.
Discussions between First Nations and Pope Francis began in 2022 to finally return these artifacts.
Arises from the same spirit that animated Pope Francis' penitential pilgrimage. A pilgrimage in which he asked forgiveness for the Catholic Church.
I will say, I understand that they're doing this as an act of good faith, but it is a little odd to see a Catholic priest speaking at an event like this, considering what the Catholic Church did.
His role in the intergenerational trauma caused by residential schools, and in which he called the Church to a path of ongoing conversion. And the journey he began with the Indigenous communities and with all of us now continues today.
The Assembly of First Nations says this repatriation is dedicated to the elders and to the victims of residential schools.
Survivor, whether they're...
Oh, have you guys ever heard throat singing? It is one of the most... What's the word? Powerful? It's one of the most powerful forms of singing and music that I've ever heard. It's beautiful. I'm really sad that they only had that couple seconds of it.
Assembly of First Nations says this repatriation is dedicated to the elders and to the victims of residential schools.
Survivor, whether they're here or in the spirit world, we lift you up, and to every single First Nations family who has either been, or their relative been in residential school or day school. So I lift up every First Nation person.
Visceral is a very good word for it, Wander. I agree.
Today, and then all this work is for you, that we begin to tell our history.
A chapter in Canadian history that Mark Miller admits is very dark.
The continuous denial of culture is a perpetuation of the cultural trauma that continues to rob and steal First Nations, Inuit, Métis peoples from their history and, by extension, the future of this beautiful land that we're all on.
These artifacts are going to the Canadian Museum of History in Ottawa for study and identification.
Somebody made these moccasins that we're bringing home, thinking that they were only going to be used for a hunt. They didn't know that hundreds of years afterwards, us young ones would be standing there learning about how to remake those belongings and use them, revitalize our cultures, our languages, and our protocols.
Very cool.
But first, ceremonies of healing. Christy Long, CTV News.
So cool. Yeah. I mean, I could sit here and talk about the pipelines and the whatever else for hours, but I'd so much rather take a look at something like that, because sometimes we need positive news. I hope this helps heal the country. Love seeing this sort of thing. Hate that it has to be done in the first place. Yep. The fact that this is even a thing is not okay. it is nice to see stuff like this. You're almost done shoveling! Hurrah! Hey, Chris. Oh, now you're on. I was like, hold on, I just saw that username. Welcome. Sam Bennett is a good channel to follow as well. Let's see. Just need to clean the car off. Be safe, friend. You might have to send me the link, Tyrion, because I'm not seeing anything except Sam Bennett, the hockey player. Yeah, stay warm, friend. It's chilly out there. What I wanted. Not Canadian, but he does a monthly good news in the world. Ah, love that stuff. Yeah, I am not gonna lie. That is sort of all that I had planned as far as the politics stuff today. There's not a whole lot going on. Got the name wrong. Oh, Sam Bentley. Gotcha. Yeah, sometimes we just need a bunch of good stuff. All right. There are a couple of things that we can do yet today. One of them being watching question period in today, or are they done already for the year? That's an excellent question that I probably should know. Yeah, Faya. I figured it was important. Usually I do my research Sunday evenings, but I took last night off and I just hung out and it was lovely. Okay, we do have question period in about an hour. Sundays should be fun days. Yeah, and I usually try to stream Sunday nights, but and do my sort of gaming catching up type thing, but I just yeah, I didn't last night. I took the night off, so I'm a little bit disorganized today. I hope that's okay. Tomorrow. Are you Dr. Badstrings? That's awesome. Tomorrow, that's what I was going to mention. Tomorrow, the Conservative government is going to mention this quick, because this I will probably want to cover tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Conservatives are going to put forward a motion that will force the Liberals to put up or shut up about the pipeline. The only thing that needs to happen for the project to go ahead is for the federal government of Mark Carney to get out of the way, grant a permit, and let the construction begin. Hey, Dark Desi. Yeah, and it's the holiday season. It's busy. It's sometimes I just want to hang out and chill. There was a couple of things I wanted to cover this morning, but I don't have. Hey, thanks for the three stream streak. Faya. Welcome to the stream, Dark Desi, by the way. Organization, this dominantly neurodivergent crowd, really? Yeah. Tomorrow, the Conservatives are going to put forward a non-binding motion that will require Liberal MPs to decide whether they support the construction or not. It also mentions an appropriate adjustment to the Oil Tanker Moratorium Act. And he said if the Liberals supports his party motion, that maybe we can get shovels in the ground. And if there's detractors, it would mean there's no commitment by the Liberal government. Yeah, so he essentially... Yeah. When asked whether he feels betrayed by Smith signing, Poilievre said, "No, we want a pipeline to the Pacific. Let's get it built." Yeah. So, Stephen Guilbeault was on Rosemary Barton? What? Oh, I'm really bad at spelling. Wouldn't you first need a company that actually wants to build? Yeah, they need a company that, I know this is muted, it's supposed to be. They need a company to build it. They need to take over Indigenous rights. And I bet it's gonna be build the pipes. Probably. Knowing his track record. Let's listen to a little bit of this and then we'll switch to some gaming maybe.
And of course, a former cabinet minister. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, Rosemary.
I want to sort of...
Yes, he did, Dark Desi. If you guys saw the interview that Rachel Gilmore did with Elizabeth May on Friday last week, Elizabeth May specifically mentioned that one of the things that Stephen Guilbeault said when he resigned was that he felt that they had betrayed Elizabeth May, which they did. They got her to to vote for the budget, and then immediately it was a great interview, turned to Alberta and said, okay, let's do a pipeline. So
start with how you got to where you got to in this decision to leave cabinet, because you were part of a government that bought the Trans Mountain expansion. You were opposed to that project, but you were able to sort of get past that and stay in the party and take on cabinet positions. You also stayed when the home heating oil carve out came. You stayed when the carbon tax was canceled. So what made this
component?
Yeah, the consumer carbon tax. So what made this different for you, Mr. Guilbeault?
Obviously, I was disappointed under the previous government when we created a carve-out for carbon pricing in terms of the home heating oil exception. I was also disappointed when we lost a consumer carbon pricing portion, but I understood that it had become politically very, very divisive. But we still had many elements of a climate architecture plan that myself and others have built over the years. Right. And we still had a shot at achieving what are legally bounding targets in Canada for 2030 and 2035. But what is being proposed in this memorandum of understanding with Alberta would essentially dismantle pretty much, with one or two exceptions, all of the elements of the climate change plan that we had that was working. Like, people should understand that for the first time in the history of our country, climate pollution was going down while the economy was going up. Before, if the economy was going up, pollution was going up. If the economy was going down, pollution was going down. They went hand in hand, and we were able to make it to really create a shift. Now they weren't going down fast enough, but emissions have gone down in Canada. The plan was working, and of course you can tweak it. But what is being proposed through this MOU would be the end of the climate plan in Canada.
What is the most egregious part of it? Because I'm sure, as you know, when you talk to the Prime Minister directly about it, but part of the Prime Minister's rationale is that he believes now Alberta will actually do the things that they had only said they might do. And particularly, he points to the industrial price on carbon.
That's a very good example, Rosemary, because the Alberta government further weakened its industrial carbon pricing system. 1 week after signing the Memorandum of Understanding. So I sincerely doubt that Premier Smith has any intention of making good on those commitments, and I don't think provinces should pick and choose which environmental laws they want to respect. And I think we should enforce those. And frankly, we haven't been doing that over the last few months, while provinces like Saskatchewan and Alberta have weakened their carbon pricing system.
But isn't there in my understanding of the MOU anyway, isn't there a requirement for Alberta to do particular things, and some of this has to be negotiated still, in order to get the things that they want, whether it be, you know, investment in carbon capture storage, whether it be the pipeline. Like there are obligations that Alberta will have to meet. No.
Well, I have supported carbon capture and storage, and the IPCC, the International Panel on Climate Change, says that this is an essential technology. We have put money on the table for a couple of years now. We have like billions of dollars of tax credits available for those companies. So this is not conditional on Alberta doing nothing. Those tax credits have been available to those companies. And yet those companies haven't moved. And one of the reasons they haven't moved is because the price on pollution is so low in Alberta that they can't make the project, those carbon capture and sequestration project, profitable.
And I did put some of that to Environment Minister Julie DeBruzen last week. And she said that she believes that there is still work to be done on meeting Canada's 2030 targets, but I guess she wouldn't say that Canada won't meet them. And she would only say that she has work to do. And she still believes that the things that were in that memorandum of understanding do not qualify as backsliding of environmental policy. Do you think Canada will meet those goals? Would they have met them before this MOU was signed?
So it's important to understand that as of now, most of these elements of the climate change plan are still in effect. But what is being proposed under the MOU is to either repeal a number of them or weaken them. So it is impossible for Canada to meet its 2030 targets if we get rid of the clean electricity regulations. And what is being proposed in this MOU is to create a carve-out for Alberta where those regulations wouldn't apply for Alberta. And guess what? I mean, Ontario and I believe Saskatchewan as well have already said, well, we want that exception too, and soon enough everyone will want it. We can't, if we remove the oil and gas emissions cap, so it's not a production cap, it's a cap on the level of pollutions from the oil and gas sector, which is now our largest emitting sector and the only sector that hasn't reduced its emissions. We can't achieve our 2030 target. If we delay methane regulation, very powerful greenhouse gas, we were en route to have an agreement to reduce by 75% those emissions by 2030. Yeah. It's been pushed back to another 5 years. There's no reason for that to happen.
I don't know what your conversation was like with the Prime Minister as you were going back and forth in looking at this and seeing if there was anything that they'd be willing to do. But one of the things that people inside the Prime Minister's office told me was that there were also concerns about how Alberta is feeling inside the country as a federation and this rising separatist sentiment. Do you think that was worth addressing through this MOU?
I think I certainly support the Prime Minister's effort to ensure that all Canadians feel they have a place and a role in the federation. But we've played in that movie before. We bought a pipeline, and the election after we announced that we were going to buy a pipeline, we lost all of our seats in Alberta and Saskatchewan. That did not help at all this feeling, which is based on false perceptions. I mean, under the Trudeau government, oil and gas production almost doubled in Alberta. It increased at a faster pace than it did under the Harper government.
Mm-hmm. Not that you're going to hear anybody in Alberta say that.
So this idea that somehow the Trudeau government prevented Albertans from developing themselves is simply not true, because the federal government does not cannot tell provinces how to use natural resources. This is, as per our constitution, this is a provincial jurisdiction. So I, as an environment minister, I couldn't tell Alberta you can't use your oil, no more than I could tell Quebec you can't use your water for your dams. Right. So this idea that it's simply not true, but there is clearly a sentiment by some Albertans that they don't see themselves in the federation. But we also have to be careful, because we have a very strong separatist movement in Quebec, and it's not just a movement; it's a political party. It's won elections. It's done 2 referendums. The PQ's been leading for the last 30 months in the polls in Quebec, and they have said that they will hold a 3rd referendum. And there is a feeling right now that by abandoning our climate goals, we are fueling the separatist movement, which is using this, and we can see it in the House of Commons this week with many questions from the Bloc Québécois, but also comments here in Quebec. We are fueling the Quebec separatist movement. So I don't think, as a federation, we gain by trying to appease. Using a solution that failed before. We're trying to appease separatist movement in part of the country by fueling them in another part of the country.
You endorsed Mr. Carney for Liberal leader, and at the time you talked about how long you've known him and how you had worked with him on climate-related issues previously. Did you misjudge him?
No, I don't think I did. I think I've come to the conclusion that him and I have a different view of how we should go about fighting climate change. I think his view is that it's largely going to be up to the markets, and that government have a role to play in terms of providing incentives, tax credits, and things like that. But I think I've come to believe that he doesn't see that there's a role for regulations.
Of course he wants it to be through the markets. He's a banker.
in fighting climate change. And a plan that was elaborated by myself and others over many years had a combination of fiscal measures like carbon pricing, industrial carbon pricing, regulations, but also massive investment. The 2022-2023 budget provided more than $160 billion of tax credits and investment for clean technologies, for renewable energy, for clean electricity, for interties, so that provinces that generate more renewable energy can sell some to their neighbors that rely more on fossil fuels. So this idea that our plan was all stick, no carrots is not true either.
Do you? I'll just end on this. You were, I think you're first and foremost an activist. That's certainly what you were before becoming a politician. And I wonder whether your departure from cabinet tells us anything about whether activists fit in the political arena.
I was a cabinet minister for 6 years. I think it's a pretty good run. Very few people can say that, so I feel fortunate and privileged to have been able to do that. In our parliamentary system, if you're a cabinet minister and you disagree with a decision or position from the government, your only recourse is to leave cabinet, and that's what I felt I had to do.
Okay, Stephen Guilbeault, I'm sure we'll speak again. Thank you for making the time for me today.
Thank you very much, Rosemary.
Yeah. I didn't realize how strong separatist. Yeah, the separatist sentiment in Quebec is definitely starting to pick back up again, which is not great. Yeah. Okay. I am going to sort of keep an eye on what's going to happen as far as question period this afternoon in about an hour. But for right now, hey, Paradox Guy 45, welcome. I'm going to start a poll in the Twitch chat because I am going to switch over to some gaming today. I know lots of you are only here for the politics content. So if you would rather continue that, then the Majority Report is live. But it's been a long time since we've done like a cozy gaming type stream. So I would love to do that today. Hey, water packs. I'll put it on YouTube here in just a second. Or I just thought it'd be nice today to just do something a little more chill. And while that poll is running, I am going to run and okay, it did work. I'm gonna run and take a quick break, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Hello? Oh, there we go. Yay. Sorry, y'all. I didn't want to pick up my mic. Okay. I wasn't muted. I have a really old set of gaming headphones that I use for this, and sometimes they just stop connecting for a minute. Hey, Paradox Guy, I appreciate the sentiment, but maybe let's just... It's not really the time or the place right now. Okay. Let's see if I remember how to play games on here. It has been a while. Hey, Laurel. I'm doing well, friend. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well as well. We are switching it up today. We might switch over to question period in a little bit. But for right now, we're just gonna play some cozy games, because it's been a long time since I have done that on stream. My original plan was to try and play Skyrim with the Christmas mod, but we couldn't figure out how to get it set up this morning, so that didn't happen. Ooh, my ads are about to start here. Also, thanks, Morgan. I also just realized, and this is absolutely blowing my mind right now. Hold on. I thought that it was going to take a very long time before this happened. Oops, wrong button. Show you as soon as I can remember how to work Twitch. Yeah, Paradox, this is the second time I'm going to say this and the last time. Let's maybe leave some of these conversations right now. We are just hanging out today, and we don't need to... We just don't need to go there today. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard today. Yeah, chat-based tangent. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to show it to you this way because I can't figure out the other way to do it. Somehow, in the last couple weeks, I'm 7 subs away from 100 on Twitch. And about 20 followers away from 400. That is wild. Wild. I cannot believe that we're that close to 100 subs. Oh, Neuropunk. Thank you, friend. I guess now we're only 2 away. Rampaging Penguin. What an excellent name. That's a fantastic name. That is a great ratio. Yeah. Yeah, we're so close. I can't believe it. You guys are like the most amazing human beings on the face of the planet. Drinking some tea. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you, friend. Oh, Valley. I was just gonna sing the song over and over and over in people's ears. Thank you, guys. One more. I'm 1 sub away from 100 subs on Twitch. I can count. That's right, right? Nope, 2. I have 2 more. 1 left. 1 left. Let's do this. Let's go. Yeah, the mobile app is not great. There we go. Yay! Thank you, Gavin. Oh my goodness, you guys, we did it! You did it! Yay! I appreciate you so very, very much. What a great way to be so close to Christmas and have 100. Yay! Thank you! Oh my goodness, thank you so much, you guys. You're amazing. I super, super appreciate you. Ah! Aw. My heart is very full. You guys are incredible. Thank you. You gifted Yule subs. Exactly. Exactly. And I so appreciate that. You guys have no idea. This has been, and I've said this a million times, this has been one of those crazy, wild things that I was like, maybe I'll just, you know, try it and see what happens. And just over 3 months in, and we're at 100 subs on Twitch. That is wild. Thank you so much, friends. This doesn't happen without y'all. Just pulling up my chat, maybe. Doesn't want to open up there. Fine. Again, y'all, I am the most organized human. Hubby just said nope in the background. Alright, just trying to pop out our YouTube chat so I can see all of you lovelies. There we go. This over there. I mean, Krampus subs. Best of us for the best of us. Yeah. Krampus can watch us naughty leftists. You wish you could witness snowfall? Well, you can have some snow from many places around Canada right now. There is an excess. That is for sure. Is for sure. Alright, one more thing and then I will be ready to actually play here. What's up? What's up? There we go. Alright. If I could offer up some snow, I would, right? Same here. Alright. Okay, we are ready. Himalayas block all the cold winds. Ah, gotcha. Coral Island got you through the weekend's migraine. Oh, I'm glad. Hopefully this game streams okay. There's a festival running today. Yeah. Alright, so how are the levels as far as sound? Down. The legislature's looking different. Yeah. Is that okay as far as sound goes? I know there's not a ton of noise happening right now. Sounds good. Awesome. So here's my little farm. I am not super far into the game. I'm only in the 2nd season. But yeah, this is my little farm. We can harvest some blueberries. Get some water. Makes me giggle every time. Save your wild seeds for winter. Ooh, good to know. I got okra. That it's the watering mechanic is just like chucking water. It makes me laugh every time. Yeah, Gavin, can you imagine? Okay. What do I need? Ooh. Offer here, I think. Okay, I don't need to do that one. This was for somebody. Need to donate this one. Surprisingly peaceful, yeah. Actually, let's do donations today. We'll do donations and get them to open up our coffer. In just a few days, White Flamingo will build a new boutique. Ooh. An auto fertilizer can be attached to your sprinkles, and when loaded, it'll automatically disperse it. Very cool. Let's see. Put that. I have fertilizer somewhere here. Maybe. Oh. You got to your first winter and you have a horse? Yeah, I haven't done a ton of quest stuff either. Alright, we'll put some fertilizer in here. Rest your back because it's hurting. Oh, I'm sorry, friend. Take care of yourself. Look at the chickens. Hello. Hello. Oh, they're in a bad mood. Okay. Probably because there's no food in here. They don't have any hay. Whoopsie. Yeah, Narrow Punk. Handed out a whole bunch of subs. It was extremely kind of them. That would be great on your Legion go. Let's put some... Oh. Where do I put the hay? Oh, right here. I know you're cranky. pay this silo? Or is it like Stardew where I have to buy this silo? If I have an enclosure for them with grass, you can let them out by ringing the bell. Good to know. I just barely got my animals yesterday in game, which the festival that I'm supposed to be going today is an animal festival. So, I guess I could move potentially. This is Coral Island. A somewhat new, cozy game that I've picked up in the last little while. No. Oh, I can't go any further, can I? Okay, well, here we go. Also, don't be sorry. You can ask constantly. Ask all the questions. Look at the puppies. And the kitties. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a farming sim, so it's going to be pretty similar to lots of other things. Awesome, Neuropunk. That's totally fine, Plain Power. You're all good, friend. Say hi to Courtney, Fun Bucket. I'm loving the good vibe. Love all around. Awesome. Taco! Ugh, what a cutie. Chop. A chicken suit! Lord Majestic Bush. Love it. Look, Stephen Courtney's here. Cow registration. Okay, what's the cow competition? Oh, I don't have a cow. That would make sense. Pet raise. I don't have a pet, but I do have chickens, so let's see. They're not going to be very good. What button? Which button? Yeah, not me. Oh, that's funny. Well, next summer I will hopefully have more animals. Rodeo registration. Can I play the rodeo? Yes. Not gonna lie, the camera shaking is not great. Whoa, I messed up. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna turn the shaking off after this. Oh, that was close. That'd be great, Morgan. Thank you. A summer burger. Grilled platter and corn on the cob. Hey, I won! A Lego poinsettia? Ooh. I keep looking at those Lego, like, plants and being like, oh, you know, one day I really should. Really should buy one and do them, but this year it's the crochet little things for my nephews. Look at the kitty. Malcolm. You scratch behind Malcolm's ears and then Malcolm leans into it. Aww. Or Albertan's naturally better at that. Yeah, maybe. My typing skills have very little to do with where I live. And more to do with the fact that I did online school. Yeah, I don't think I can do this one. Well, take care, Lucky Owl. Got more than one Lucky in here. Let's say hi to all the pets. Like this drum. Little bunnies. Ow. Cows. Spooky. Can I talk to the cows? I want to talk to them. Bon. Honey. They have a llama. I love. Bodhi's tongue lolls out as he pants, clearly having the best day of his life. Aren't dogs just like that? Hi, Dorina. How are you, friend? Thanks for coming in. You're 9K? Okay, makes more sense. Glad you're here. I'm doing good. We're doing a chill stream today. I did some politics for about an hour, and now we're just hanging out. Oops. Hey, I think that's kind of about it for this. Know if there's a main event somewhere that I'm missing though. Hold on. I don't think so. Oh, and it's nighttime. Okey-dokey. Somebody wanted that, but I don't remember who. Walter. Oh, I probably should have found Walter at the festival. That would have been easy. They're all in one place. Cooking channel. Want a simple but tasty dish? Squeeze some lemon on fresh fish and grill it for the perfect healthy lunch. Delicious. Ooh, fishing proficiency +10. Amazing. Oh, I made some friends. This is the one thing I will say that I like better than Stardew, is that the characters are a little bit more realistic. Hi, Sean. Yeah, we're switching up to cozy games today. Usually do them Sunday nights, but I haven't in quite a while. Figure what better day than today. Not a ton going on in politics right now, so which is pretty normal for December. Yeah, that's tough. Pain is definitely something that brings up the exhaustion levels, that's for sure. Hello. Yay! Ooh, we got eggs. Pick up. Pet. Did we bring hay with us? Nah, that would have been too hard. Put corn down, I wonder? Nope. I cannot. Are we getting a May subathon for the week before New Year's? Here is the problem. Is I would love to. I really would. However, I have a tiny human. And she will be home that week. So unfortunately, doing a subathon is not really something that I can manage on my own. And hubby doesn't have a lot of days off either. I would love to do a subathon, and it's something that a couple people recommended during Christmas, but I don't know how I could swing that with the human. I could tag team, yep. Great. It definitely could. Thanks, Neuropunk. Oh, we're having an argument. Yeah, I'll think about it. I might do it Christmas weekend. Hi, Courtney. Good to see you here. We're just waiting on Scott. Once he arrives, we'll start the Pickstarter campaign. This is a really bad habit of his. There he is. Look at that. Everyone is here. Yeah, that's fair, Faya. That anniversary in January or December? I can't remember. I invited Lily to the Pickstarter, but she said she'll see, but very unlikely. Too bad she's not here, but what can I do? I'm still not sure why I'm here, or if this... What did you call it? Pig starter? Pick starter, Mayor. Right, pig starter. I'm not sure if this idea of yours will work. You say other people will give us money to build the museum? But why would other people care about our little museum? It's so little. Underrate the power of crowdfunding. There are a ton of successful crowdfunding campaigns. This one is going to be one of them. Back-to-backathon with Vapor, Anu, Gavin, Morgan, and then we have Faya, Elemental, a couple other people I'm sure I'm forgetting. We totally could. I would just... The organization part is something that somebody else would have to do. Don't get it, but I'm gonna trust you. It is okay to trust him, right? Yes, Mayor, I've personally looked over everything and done my research. It should be fairly risk-free. We're already on our way to building an expanded museum, but if this campaign is successful, we can make it even better than the original plan. When, Millie, when this campaign is successful? Alright, only one thing left to do. Let's do this. Time to launch the Pickstarter. Big thanks to everyone who showed up for this epic moment. We're about to press the live button, and I swear my heart's doing cartwheels. I'm so pumped. This game was kickstarted, yep. You stand over there by the computer, please. May so you take a photo of this momentous moment. Will do. Yeah, this game also, the developers did a lot of research into what everybody else liked from farming games and put that in this one. 3, 2, 1, smile. That's why it feels like a lot of other ones. Alright, here we go. Boom, we did it! The campaign is officially live. 1 week from now, we'll see where we stand. You've been a big help, Courtney. Just remember, we're always happy to accept more museum donations, so keep them coming in. Alright. Donate our little slug. Boo-doo-doo. Yeah, see, and this one has been great. Paleo was great. I have tried so many times to get into Stardew, and I have never once made it further than, like, a season or two. I never got into it. I haven't completed a full year yet. I tried Staxel. No, I can't say that I have. What kind of game is that? Ugh, it's closed. Is it closed because it's too early? Yes. Okay. Let's go see if we can find some bugs. Farming, seasons, and breakable world like Minecraft. No combat? Yeah. I don't necessarily need combat. Bugs. Moonstone Island. Yeah, I've heard of that one. The last one that I played before, I mean, other than this and Palia, was, My Time at Sandrock, but I don't think it was Sandrock. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. I don't think it was Sandrock. I think it was one of the other ones, but that franchise is what I played last. And same thing, like super great, really into it for like a week or two, and then haven't touched it. What have you got today? Black beanie. Block, stone floor tile, wooden fence, coconut. I kind of want the black beanie, but he's charging too much. Yeah, Fields of Mistra is another one I've heard a lot about too. That one's similar visuals to Minecraft, or not Minecraft. Oh my word, you guys, my brain is so tired today. This is why we're not doing politics today. Stardew. That one is closer to Stardew, right? It's got the pixel characters. Thank you. Promise I'm awake somewhere. I like ones that have a decent story. Maple seeds. Definitely going the wrong way. Ah, sorry. Oh, I am really going the long way. Whoops. On to chocolatier. Yeah, plain power that too. Ooh, a hammerstone. Bronze kelp. Awesome. What is Haunted Chocolatier? I don't think I've heard of that one before. It's the second game from the creator of Stardew. Huh. Nice. Want to give you this recipe for spring frittata as a little gift. Don't let the name fool you. You can make this any time of year as long as you put the ingredients. Ready to start? Okay, that already. Yeah, plain power, and sometimes it's okay to just like and hang out, you know? I'm okay with that lifestyle. I need to offer that. Yeah, that's fair. I see. Alright, let's see if we can find Walter. What does Walter look like? This guy. Find him. Oh, that's so handy. Okay, so he is in there. Okay, disconnect and recharge our emotions a bit. Yeah, exactly, plain power. And I said this earlier, but I haven't done like a cozy gaming stream in a while. So when I was looking at stuff to do this morning, I was like, you know what? I have been so busy on the weekends that I haven't been able to do any of the gaming streams, so why not just do it today? Like, it's okay to just take a break for a day. That is cool, Gavin. Where's the greenhouse? I'm not paying attention to where I'm going, I'm just reading chat. No break, only politics. Well, there are other channels for that. Okay, you wanted hibiscus. Thank you. Yay. Quest complete. Okay, let's go give this hammer to the museum, and then we'll go and show you guys some of the funner stuff here. Can I hit this yet? Bronze, yes, I do. Longcat's enjoying it? Oh, I'm glad. Expect it won't budge. Mysterious. I will never long off. Breaking off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Well, you're witnessing a break right now. And a good break, not a mental health break, which, you know, is what we're avoiding here. Yeah, the mods have been... the mods haven't been as busy the last little while. Just because the numbers aren't... The numbers are amazing for how long I've been doing this. But we thankfully haven't had a ton of bad faith explosives. People in the chats, which is really nice. There's always some. Yeah. It sure was. When I did my Twitch recap, there was a lot of hours spent in Steve's streams. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, there were some days we had 1,000. And that was on top of the Discord, which I was also in all day and sometimes all night, depending on what was going on. Yeah, Gavin was one of the last elder mods since March. Yeah. Oh, I didn't bring... Shoot. Forgot my sword. I put it is the question now. There it is. Oh, there was something missing. Yeah, we had... When Steve left, we had a mod team of 19 people. Including Steve and Dee in those numbers, but... a very large team. It took a lot of people to run community and the lives that Steve did. A lot of for a short stint on the beta stream, yeah. I will say, I mean, I've seen a lot of things after modding for Steve for a while. But I mod for Rachel Gilmore, and my goodness, she puts up with a lot. You know, like Steve would get the people coming in and arguing in bad faith, and you know, occasionally you get the really, really bizarre ones, but Rachel gets like death threats on the daily. It's awful. So yeah, in as much as I spent a lot of my time in Steve's streams, I will say that a lot of Rachel's are much more intense. Depending on the day. Kaboom! Now, similarly to Stardew, we're trying to find the exit. Yeah, she does. I will say that is the one thing about being a small creator that not many people know of is I don't get a lot of the hate. Now, do I still have to deal with angry people on the Discord? Yeah, sometimes. But nothing compared to what she has to deal with. Her YouTube comments specifically are really bad. Secret crack in the floor. Don't give up your hate game. Yeah. Hey, Jared. Yeah, Moose has been such a problem. Moose is entirely too kind. Yeah, her regular community is lovely. Yeah, I would agree. Get everything? Not. Neuropunk maybe in the new year when I have energy again. Then I'll take you on. You know, you 235 people are angry and they need someone to direct that anger at. And sometimes they pick You'll schedule your riot for your birthday as a treat. I am just continuously thankful that our Discord has not been completely taken over by certain people. And for the most part, it's a fairly safe place. I will take a tiny bit of credit for that. The riot will be for more Longcat. Yeah. All love Longcat. See, and I would much rather have a bot come in than someone being really nasty. Oh, there. Exit. A big one. Because the bots, at least, it's like, you feel like there's not a real person behind, and then someone comes into your life and they're like, I'm going to personally tell you things that I don't like about you. That's worse. Yes, bot raids are a pain. I will give you that. All good, friend. I hope you've been finding some success with that. Moose. And we will be here when you can. You can come back. It is a... it is a place that I'm hoping will be around for a while. And you just show up when you can. And there's no set amount of time that people have to be in there in order to be part of the community. Just are. I mean, let's be honest, there's 200 to 300 active users every day. And there's still 1,600 people technically in the Discord. So, inventory's still full. Woot. Have this already. Mentally draining. Yeah. It is. 20 hours a week. No, Gavin. I don't think we can afford to have you lose your mod position. Again, my inventory is full. That one I don't have yet, so I can do that. What do I do here? Let's see. Gender. Wow. Not realize my inventory was this full. A quota, that's communist. What? What is the purpose of Discord? Ours specifically is a place to carry on conversations that we have in the live, sometimes conversations, you know, it creates a space for community, is maybe the best way to put it. And there's some Discords that have political community, yeah, good places to keep in touch, cute animals, absolutely. Yeah. Whole community is Longcat. But yeah, it's just, for us it's a place to gather and chill and hang out. And in the last few months, we definitely have not had as much of the people are fighting with each other, and we have to deal with it for hours on end. But you know, it happens occasionally. Yeah, exactly, Gavin. Yep, you can filter the channels. I'm glad, Flame Power. That means that they're doing awesome work, which we already know. Shout out to the mods. Love for the mods. Always, always. Yeah, these people are my second family. There is not even a small doubt about that. These people have stuck with me through some pretty intense stuff. But you guys will never have to see, because they do such a great job. Yeah. What is it the kids do? W's in the chat for the mods? Is that what the cool thing is? I have no idea. I'm so old. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to our wonderful mods. Yeah. It's the opposite of Twitter. Kinda, yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. That chopped open. Yeah. And there's always going to be people that are those. Somebody said to save these for the winter, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna plant the wheat. Don't know. You okay? It's just dropping things around. Discord Gen Z Telegram. No, maybe. I'd say Gen Z. I see a lot more millennial friends on there. Glad that a winner finished the winter offering. Okay, well I will definitely do that. Or millennial telegram. Perfect. Yeah, I've been in Discord for a long time as well. However, I had no idea how anything worked until I became the lead mod and had to figure out how to do the admin stuff, and now I know pretty much all of it. Would consider yourself a boomer? Yeah. I am somewhere between a young and a medium. Oh, it's raining! A medium millennial. Kind of where I'm at. We actually reached our Kickstarter goal in just one day! Whoa! Since we hit our goal, we're adding some stretch goals for the campaign. I have to talk to Mayor Connor and Millie. I'll have to get soon. Nice. That would land you basically the same as me, Moose, because I think millennials cut off at 94. If I'm not mistaken. $96, okay. Yeah, see, and it so depends on who you talk to. 65, there you go. Okay, let's take our donated fish. And then today, I might show you guys the underwater stuff, because it's really fun. Which, don't need that for. Don't need that for. I don't. For that. Older than my parents. I put them in here. Mid to late Gen Z. What the heck? Maybe I sold them by accident? That's entirely possible. Weird. Alright. Want to be knowledgeable? Get involved. Well, I appreciate you being here, friend. You have been a great support of the community. I appreciate you a lot. I see you in all of my other friends' lives as well, Plain Power. Yeah, I also... I like to learn. Yeah. I also, I've tried to figure out how to tell people what I do for work. And that has become an increasingly difficult thing. Because when I was working for Steve, I just said I am a online community social media manager. And some people... I'm a socialist propagandist. Yeah, that would go over real well. Yeah, I'm like, because the second you say content creator, people roll their eyes. But I essentially just say, like, I am a political commentator. And that's kind of where I've left it. Chief Influence Officer. Yeah. Yeah, so my Spotify listening age is like 7 because it's all my kiddos' music. Yeah, political commentator is a good way to describe it. And it's... yeah, it's covered it enough that I don't feel like I have to explain all the details of it. But then if people ask, like, oh, where are you doing that? I'm like, are you writing for a paper? And I'm like, no, I do it on Twitch. And they're like, what's a Twitch? Okay. My favorite is my grandma, because I was telling her that, you know, I'm in charge of this community, and I am live in front of people every day that I work, and she's like, but you don't talk to strangers. And I was like, well, yeah, kinda, I do, actually. Dr. Bad Strings. We are playing Coral Island. I am taking a mental health break from politics today. We are cozy gaming. Yeah, I don't use Spotify a ton either. Oh, I love that, Laurel. That's awesome. I will say there are only 3 people that I have met IRL from the Discord. That's it. Loose. Yeah, Kiddo uses it a lot for, I'm gonna say, books on tape and age myself. But I bought her a Yodo player for Christmas. Which I'm really excited about. You essentially put like books and music and a bunch of stuff onto it, and then the kids can play it themselves. Oh, a gift. You received a silver kelp. Thank you, girl. You don't understand what they said. Oh, okay. It's like presenting to a class. Yeah, and maybe that's why I feel sort of comfortable doing this, because I've done the teaching thing. The third was I need to out yourself. You know who the other 2 are? Yours, Tuskers? Oh, my inventory. Whoops. Really sure where let's see. Yeah, Pim and Vapor. Yeah, the 4 of us met up. This one. In the spring, summer? Mine is... yeah, one day we're gonna have a meetup, a mod meetup. I don't know where. Yeah, I haven't heard good things about Amazon Music. You guys will have to come to you. Yeah. I think this one is open already. Sub Radio is the new band you're listening to. Nice. It's funny because I am very much a musical person. I used to have music playing constantly. Yeah, that's right, Kevin. And now I just like, it's like background music / lo-fi, and that's all I listen to. Yeah, it's funny because I've known Siege longer than any other person on the current mod team. And I still haven't met her in person. Open ear and vent. Headphones are your safety device. I keep looking at those because my, like, listening on my phone headphones are starting to break. And I wonder if, because I quite often have a headphone in the evenings when I'm super overstimulated. And it sort of blocks out half the noise, and I'm like, I wonder if the open ear headphones would not help with that. Okay, there. You know. Alright, where did that open up now? Yeah, I do too, Dr. Badstring. They're hard. Oh, I did open them down here. But one did not. Oh, crap. Can't pick it up though. I desperately need to upgrade my inventory, holy smokes. Being music and to your brain, that's awesome. Okay. Nice news. Yeah, they are more comfortable. That is for sure. Don't know. It's supposed to be going from here. Have to go back that way. I have the over-ear headphones for streaming and stuff, but and in-ear ones are not always super great as far as the comfort levels go. To go back soon anyway, because my inventory is full, but it's somewhere of this kelp. Alright. This is on Steam, Dr. Badstrings. check on the Alright, so this is clearly not the way. This one I need to get, though. Let's go take a look up there. Done. This one is not. That's why it's not going forward. Okay. Yeah, it is super chill. That's kind of the vibes we're going for today. Just chilling, hanging out. Nothing too serious. My brain is tired. I figured it was okay to give myself the day. Look at the turtles. Love the turtles. Where are you, little gold thing? Hell yeah, they are. I betcha. And the last little pile of trash. Because essentially I'm like healing the ocean, and I do so by lighting up these little pylons, but they need this little tiny gold piece. Not, yeah. Got it on sale last week? Week before? It's cozy. I like the underwater vibes. I was trying to figure out, I said this earlier, but what kind of a game to play that has sort of Christmassy vibes, and I was trying to get a Skyrim mod for Christmas. Didn't have time. It's really gonna make me figure out every single thing. Oh, I need to eat something. Centimeters of snow today. Yikes. Ah, there it is, finally. Hopefully you don't have a lot to do outside of the house today, Thea. think I'm just gonna swim like here and then go back up to the surface. You're living next to a hill in need of snow. I skied a lot when I was a kid. Not so much anymore. Yeah, fair. Just wait for like boxing details. No blessing today. Alright. So, obviously can't go that way. Can't get to these ones. That's awesome. I am not entirely sure where the next area is here. But I do know that it's getting dark and I need to go up to the surface. Yeah, I don't know what Morgan named the stream. Hey, Nabila Nazumi, welcome. Hope you're doing well, if you're still here. Glass. Oh, I see. Ah, I had eggs and I forgot about them. Oh, I also forgot to pet my chicken. Chicken. The other egg? Oh, it must be a different egg. Heck. What are y'all's favorite cozy games to play? Like, you're having an off day, you know. that you still have to participate in society a little bit, and then you finally, at the end of the day, time to play a game. What game are you playing right now? I mean maple syrup. Oh yeah, hay. That's what I was getting. Should maybe put a hay beside my coop. That would probably be the smart thing to do. Let's build a chest. Put it there. Put the hay in. Tired, I don't want to play games. Yeah, fair. Also fair. Okay, I think I'm going. So let's go to bed. Oh yes, that's right. I was going to build a fence for Machigans. And get a bigger backpack. Because that is getting quite annoying. Animal Channel. Mukbang with Mook. Moosistant. Very cute. Mooch, mooch, mooch. Well, traverse fast. You have an eye for hard to come by things. This is the lighthouse after sundown. Oh. Okay. Let's go get our watering can. Oh, I thrive off of naps. That's how I function. completely missed. Alright. Let's go open it up. Then we'll come back and build our fence for the chickens. Ugh, they're not open yet. Every time. Fly. Ah, nope. No fly for me. Feel a bit sore. Do I know what helps with sore muscles? Not really. Oh, the puppy. Baby boy. Hello. Good morning. Dunk. Dunk. Nice. Alright, let's go bring those to Zam. And then we'll update our farm a little bit. Hello. I'll talk on Mr. Floof. His smile is a seal of approval. Aww. Hibiscus. Another hibiscus. Catch this bug. Come on. The bug catching mechanic is super difficult. I went too far again. A boat is approaching the... Okay, we should definitely go do that. Ba, 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 ba. Here exactly though. Assume it's that one. Yeah, I'm exactly the same, Laurel. I always have to have something playing in the background. Oh yeah, the new boutique. Forgot about that. Let's go down to the pier. I still hear y'all? I just disconnected from chat. Can you hear me? Uh-oh, did I go... Yeah, you can still hear? Okay. Awesome. Just a friendly reminder, folks, that occasionally you could pop an emoji or a hi or a something. Here's our crab ray frogs in the chat. Just lets Twitch know that I'm not just being watched by the bots. That I have you wonderful, wonderful humans. Thanks, Muse. Morgan's here, just making lunch. Fair enough. There is no pressure to be chatting constantly. We're just chilling today. I just realized that I hadn't said that yet today. That's all. Drive safe, Gavin. Sacred area. Thanks, Wander. Hey, there you go, Morgan. Speaking of lunch, I should probably make some pretty quick here. Ah, biscuits. I also keep forgetting to grab my fishing rod. Morgan, do you remember where the pier is that, like, they're like, a boat is approaching the pier? I never figure out where it's approaching. You know? Oh, it's here. Haha. Okay. Gotta get down here somehow. Where's boat? Missed it entirely. Very shiny, empty. Enough. To try and find the new boutique town. Let's see. Oh, right behind me. Look sharp, everyone. Customers will start pouring in at any time now. Bye, Phil. surprise me. I really didn't hear you come in just now. Congrats on the store. Thank you. This is not my first store opening, but I'm feeling the nerves. It's kind of exciting. Back then, I wasn't even sure that people would buy from my store since the situation was very tough. But after seeing the town steadily getting back on its feet, I really feel this is the right time. So, welcome to the real Wabanana. If you think caught your eyes, just let us know. Happy shopping! We have fitting rooms now. Okay. Alright. No available items. Oh. Fancy shoes. You admire how neat the display is. It gets you thinking about how easily impressed you are. Ah, that's funny. Alright. Ooh, they do actually have outfits. But I need a backpack first. Ooh, that's pretty. Very nice, very nice. Dude. I'm good. Let's go get the backpack before the stores close. Already have done, but we'll find out. Yes, I will. Alright, what else? Right, there's all these new seeds. Alright. Ooh, that's unfortunate, plane power. Errand. She would like a wheat. Sure. How? And yes, my garden is not organized. Oh, I guess I had to dig it first. Ah! Alright, let's see if I can get this sprinkler to cover. That, I guess. There. Careful, friend. Drive safely. Ah, I keep forgetting to leave spaces for the... sprinklers. Oh, annoyingly, that's gonna have to go there for right now. Alright, let's... Good one. Can I not? Yes, very annoying. Seconds. Okay. I have to go to the carpenter shop. That way I can move my... So, we will leave that for a mo. What's happening right now? There we go. That was weird. See if we get a couple more things going overnight. Quick break. And now I can't use this. Freeze! Very yummy. That's good. This garden needs to be fixed. So fall we will take these all out and we're gonna fix the garden. Don't worry. I know it looks a little rough right now. We're still donating. Melly and I talked about it. We want backers. Austin's my letter. How are you? Now she's getting time. She's take her to the vet. Okay, I'm going to match it in, and then we're going to go and move this silk thing forward so I can actually put the fence around. Definitely. Okay. All right, let's place them. Some upgrading here. We're gonna ask you. Sure. Oh, do I have to take them out first? Sure. Up. Okay, y'all. I am going to take a quick break for a minute or two. I need to get up and stretch, have some water. You all should do the same. And we'll be back in a couple minutes. Hello, hello, hello. I am going to be 110% honest. I am fading really fast. And I don't want to play while I'm tired because that's just boring content for y'all to watch. But, couple of quick things. I will likely... Oh, I can't be live tomorrow. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. But I'll be live Wednesday for sure. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today and being chill with the chill vibes today and less politics. I appreciate all of you. And thank you for the 100 subs. You guys are amazing. I so appreciate that. I'm going to read you over to a fellow cozy streamer that I have been watching constantly. And she's so lovely. So go say hi. We now have our little raid maze. Where did they go? There we go. Whoops. Y'all can copy and paste that into the chat. Oops, that didn't work. That would be so lovely. And thank you again for everybody that gifted and subbed and all of those wonderful things. I appreciate y'all more than you could possibly know. Yeah, I will likely be live around the same time on Wednesday. So we will see you then. Take care.
Fake accounts all created on the same day. Get out of here. You think what do you think? Come on. You know better than that.
Brandon Lorian, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. And also, hi class, welcome in. Y'all, what the heck? May! Oh my gosh, how was Coral Island? Ooh! Thank you so much. Tyrannical Miss May, anyone that came in on that raid. Hi, if you're new, my name is Maisie. I'm currently on a call with Guy, my husband, my better half. We're doing a co-stream sponsored by Logitech. We're gonna be playing Raft. Thank you so much for raiding us. That's genuinely so sweet. May, I don't know, are you familiar with Guy? Because if you're not, y'all should know each other. Thank you so much for raiding. I really appreciate it.
I like Coral Island a lot. I feel like that game is